Hey, Segovia, back with another one. Hope everyone out there is having a good day. On today's episode, we got some mysterious videos, shadow banned on TikTok. You guys ready to get into it? Let's have some fun today, y'all. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Yo, look at this right here. Look at this. Y'all tell me what that right there looks like. Are you seeing this? You see this pool right here? You see that right there? Look, watch this. All right, look, I'm gonna kick it. I'm gonna show y'all something like bloom. Hold on. Look at this.
Man, it looks the same, y'all.
Looking on stars. So y'all tell me what this means right here. The water's above. You remember all that? Water's below, as above, so below. Come on, man. There's your ripples. There's no denying it. Face the facts. It's all right there. As you can see, I just threw that little thing in there. Look at that. Anytime I hit it, dude, the ripples come. Now, somebody explain to me why that looks like stars. I want to know. I'll keep waiting and waiting and waiting, and nobody will give me a good answer other than water's above. As above, so below. It's just my opinion. It's not stating it as fact. It's all entertainment purposes only. Fact checkers, take that. Bing, bang, boom. Exactly like the Nikon P1000 looking on stars, y'all.
I walk with my husband, Michael, and hold hands. It's like a whole new world for me. Just walking and holding hands. Something that one of our fellow Americans for years could not do.
What kind of shit is that?
And distinguished guests and men and women of the finest military in the world. Most of all, Admiral Mullen, Deborah. Michael and I also want to acknowledge your son Jack, who's deployed today. All of you have performed extraordinary service to our country.
Hell no! It don't matter! It doesn't matter! It doesn't matter!
I mean, more than you just said, you know.
I haven't finished the sentence.
It does matter!
It matters to us and you. It doesn't matter what the internet says. It matters what we think. Yay.
So what do you think? Did you have an effect on my mental health?
Yes. 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 I'm saying yes. And I love you. I love you. I don't want you to be not perfect. I love you. And I want my daughter to love you the way you want her to love you.
Statue of Liberty. It's holding the torch of illumination, which is the Promethean torch of Freemasonry. And if you go to the Statue of Liberty, you'll see a bronze plaque inside saying that this was given to the government of America by the French Grand Orient Temple Masons. And it is a symbol of Grand Orient Freemasonry in America, the holder of the light. And that's exactly the same torch that is carried during the Olympics. On the back of the old dime in America, there was the fasci, which you look in the encyclopedia or dictionary and look at the word fascism, you'll see that the symbol for world fascism was a bundle of sticks with a hatchet head.
You see that on each side of the speaker's podium at Congress.
Oh, absolutely.
So they have the fasci on each side.
Absolutely, and it's also the symbol for the United States Senate is the fasci. But the point I want to make is that that was on the old dime. Now on the new dimes, you will see a torch instead of the old fasci, because fascism was used at one time to prepare the world for the New World Order. Now the New World Order is in place. That's why on the dollar bill it says Novus Ordo Seclorum is New Order of the World, but at the top of the pyramid on the back of the dollar bill is Annuit Coeptus, which is not means our enterprise or our project has been crowned with success.
If you are looking for the hidden knowledge, if you want to find out who runs the world, who controls the money, the politics, and almost every facet of life, this ebook will literally unveil that to you.
Everything he's doing with Beyonce, he wanted to do it with someone else. He didn't even really like her. She's just the most cooperative. See?
Right. With Aaliyah specifically, was part of the reason
she rejected him.
When people see you together, they assume that, you know, you're dating or you're with that person. Then that's not the case with Jay and I.
Do you think part of with Aaliyah was to usher in Beyonce?
Well, it was definitely the great alternative move.
Right.
And like I said, she was the most cooperative. The Unplugged, that legendary concert that he tries to shroud in secrecy, even still to this day, though it made him, and the only person's name that they said after his was mine,
That Jaguar, she's pretty amazing.
Yeah, her voice is incredible, right?
Technically, that makes that show more mine than his, since I was only supposed to be a background singer. And yet, my legendary vocals is what made that a classic, and it's what made it possible for him to step into being seen as something more than a street corner dealer. He was seen as an artist because of all of the great art from Philadelphia that was around him. Those weren't New York players, those were Philly players. See, that was the Roots agreeing to open up the floodgates with their influence in Philadelphia to let the Jigga Man come in and do whatever he wanted to do.
Wait a
I mean, think about it. Jay-Z and his right-hand man, or the opposite, you know, the other way around, Damon Dash. Aaliyah went with Dame Dash. Now, we all know what happened to Aaliyah. There's conspiracies out there that Jay-Z has something to do with that because he got rejected. Now, what happened to Dame Dash? Right? Kicked off Rockefeller. Rockefeller ended. Jay-Z went over here, did his thing. Dame Dash is, who knows, he's having debates on Breakfast Club saying, I got money, there's in debt. He's blackballed from the industry. I'll tell you that for sure. Jay-Z put a stop to that. Nobody in the industry is working with Dame Dash. So, it's a coincidence, right?
There's no way this is right. In this classic 90s Britney Spears music video, Hit Me Baby One More Time, her skirt was plaid, right? Wait, what? No, there's no way. And while we're on Britney Spears, she had a microphone in this video, didn't she? Like, the one that attaches? Where did that go? Oh, you're saying she never had it? Well, then why did Lizzie McGuire have one when she parodied the video? And why did the doll have it? And do you remember Snuffy, Big Bird's companion from Sesame Street? Do you remember his full name? Snuffleupagus, right? Wrong, it was apparently Snuffleupagus. And do you remember Tweedledee and Tweedledum from Alice in Wonderland? And the little propellers on their hats, right? Wrong, they were apparently flags. And you remember the Disney theme opening where Tinkerbell flies in and dots the I? I guess Disney says that actually never happened. My guess is maybe we're confusing it with this one. Let me know which ones you remember.
I mean, are they saying that about the Britney Spears, that she wore a black skirt? I remember it plaid. You know, I was 10, 11, 12 years old. I remember that video vividly, you know what I'm saying? But it's so hard to decipher now. I make these clips, I try to do them every day, right? And I'm on TikTok. And like today I saw a video of Tupac walking down the street in Italy with Kobe Bryant. And this wasn't back in the 90s, like it was AI, right? But it just looks so legit, y'all. It's like getting very hard to tell what's real and what's not. It's getting very difficult. I'm sure we got some clips in here today that's AI and I don't even realize it. It's getting scary, y'all. It's getting scary.
You everything about Ice Cube new movie. Yeah, it might be 0% on Rotten Tomato, but that joint gave me some insight on what's happening in real life. Don't let everybody else's judgment on something ruin your chance to go watch something that's telling you what's going on in real life. I look past the trash. Now, if you go watch that movie and you looking for some action, it's not there. Don't go looking for action in that movie. CGI was ass and all of that. But what that movie did let me know is the government be watching. I'm talking about listening to your convo. I'm talking about you going to the refrigerator. You got a camera on that bitch. They're watching. Everybody already know the facial recognition. He talk about that too. And then this is what got me. So the whole time, Ice Cube is like doing surveillance around the world. He can go in globally. But it's a girl that called him that worked for the FBI, and she was showing him like weird weather patterns and shit. And you know what's going on in real life with these weird patterns. She's like, I've never seen anything like this. This is crazy. And they click to different shit happening. And some of the Jones, I swear it's like, that's what we going through now. Just feel like this movie was dropping hints. So go watch it. Y'all let me know. I know I'm not tripping though. Y'all, do not look at the fact that it's 0% on Rotten Tomato and only a 3-star. Don't look at it like that. Go look at the shit that they're trying to tell us.
Admiral Byrd, you've been to both the North Pole and the South Pole. Is there any unexplored land left on this earth that might appeal to adventurous young Americans?
There is. And not up around the North Pole, because it's getting crowded up there now, because they find out it's really usable, not only to live in, but militarily. But strangely enough, there's left in the world today an area as big as the United States that's never been seen by a human being. And that's beyond the pole on the other side of the South Pole, from Middle America. And it's quite astonishing that there should be an area as big as that unexplored.
That's a tremendous
So
challenge.
there's a lot of adventure left down at the bottom of the world. Interesting.
Well, Admiral Byrd, I can understand, I think everybody can, the interest in the North Pole, but this interest in the bottom of the world.
No one reason they're interested. It's by far the most valuable, important place in the world for science. That's why the scientific groups all over the nation are really interested. But more important than that, it has with the future of the nation, those to come after us, or even during your lifetime, because it happens to be an untouched reservoir of natural resources. And, you know, as with an ever-increasing acceleration, far-flung places, once useless like we thought the North Pole was, and no man's land, become very useful. The bottom of the world will be important, not only to us, but to our allies.
Have you heard the theory that President Lincoln was assassinated by the Rothschilds?
Oh, yeah.
The Rothschilds, they were basically sold the Confederate banknotes in Europe. So they're supporting the Confederates.
No way.
And because Abraham Lincoln wanted to get rid of the European banking system and make it the U.S. banking system.
The craziest thing about the Civil War that nobody ever talks about was Russia's role in the Civil War. And what happened was that the Russians had just kicked the Rothschilds out, the banking cabal out, and they had heard that, you know, basically they were trying to do the same thing in America. And Alexander, I think it was, actually sent Russian Navy to our borders. And you can actually see pictures of Russian troops with Northern troops as well. So, and that's a big reason, because Spain and France and Britain were about to come in on the side of the South.
I mean, this is adding up to the Rothschild banking system.
And nobody, some history that will never be told to you.
Don't learn that in elementary school.
Not a chance. That's why.
Yeah, I mean, all history is a lie.
Yeah, I mean, it's written by the winners, right?
It's written by the winners, and it's there to basically form a group agreement that these people are the good guys and these people are the bad guys, and that's just how it's been done. And when everyone goes, dude, is everything a conspiracy? 100%.
Wait, tell me why. Too many hippos.
Yeah, sorry. So Pablo Escobar brought 4 hippos to Hacienda Nápoles, which is this big, dope hideout in Colombia that was unbelievable. I've now been there a few times. And when he got killed, they're like, all right, we need to put the cheetahs in the zoo. We need to move this. We need to move that. And then everybody was like, well, we're not touching those fucking hippos. They're going to kill somebody. So they just opened the gates to let them out. So 4 hippos turned into what is reported to be 120 now, but it's actually well over 200.
Oh, man.
But the problem is, these are hippos in South America where they have no natural predators, unlimited food. They're a very dangerous animal, and they're just multiplying like rapid fire. And they're hurting people. We've interviewed multiple people. They've killed a couple people. They're destroying the environment. They're killing nesting area for certain turtles. I mean, they're not doing it
on a war path.
They're on a war path.
It just sucks because y'all remember that witch that came out and straight up said Beyonce was a witch?
Oh, okay. I didn't know, because you know they tell me Beyonce's a witch and shit like that.
Oh,
that
she
we
is.
should be scared. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, she's an Ifa. So when she wears her yellow, that's Oshun.
Well, she came back and had a little more to say about Beyonce. But stick around to the end of the video, because what I'm going to show you is going to really blow your mind.
Your visual that she did.
A yellow, she did Oshun. Riches and beauty and love, all those things, yes.
And she put it in a video.
Yeah.
Was she
'cause it's
supposed
not-
to film that?
No, that's that's fine. First of all, Oshun loves that. Like, you have to have parties for her. You have to be beautiful in her day. Like how she had that dress and that. It's like a tiara, but it was cute. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. She loves those things. She loves everything pretty and girly and riches. So Beyonce.
What is it? I hear so much about it. What is it though?
She's crowned Oshun, and so Oshun signifies everything that I just noted. So basically, she has these parties and gives her offerings and things like that for her blessing.
Is that what the fruit is?
Yeah, that's what the fruit is.
So Beyonce's a witch.
Well, a lot of people are witches and don't know it.
I'm looking at the camera like, y'all hear this? Like,
if you recognize who Drewski is, it's because someone owns him. How do you think he met Drake, Justin Bieber, Jack Harlow, Little Yachty? He has no talent. Drewski is owned by Johnny Shapiro, the same guy that manages these black people. T-Pain, Big Crit, Nipsey Hussle, Flip De Niro. Johnny Shapiro changed his last name from Shapiro to Shipes. Drewski's talent manager was Drew Friedman. This guy managed T-Pain, Joey Badass, and Big Chris. If you can guess what these managers have in common, you can guess why Drewski is famous, and why Drewski never did a collab with me.
They got mad at me for saying the iPhone existed 50 years ago. It definitely did.
Bro.
You think that too?
I think they really had technology. They don't knock this shit down.
Yeah.
Ključna loza iluminata je nastala kad su Anunnaki parili srpske žene. I nastali su Nefili. Rothschildi su direktna loza Nefila. I to vam niko od ovolikih doktora nauka, savjetnika, predsjednika, profesora raznih fakulteta neće reći. Ja sam se pitala danima kad sam to našla, zašto je to tako? Pa zato što su oni njihovi igrači ovde.
Why do you think she tried to put me in an institution, folks? I called my mother. Guess what? 2 people who wanted more than anything to have my truth buried. It was not my timing.
And new details are being released tonight about the death of actress Anne H. The coroner's office revealing tonight that she was not impaired with any illicit substances when she crashed her Mini Cooper into a Mar Vista home in August.
And that anxious or that quick moving that was going on the other side of the vehicle. Oh my gosh, he's completely alive. He was trying to get away.
Annie Heche was just starting to expose her ex-girlfriend Ellen DeGeneres when she died in a bizarre car crash. The toxicology report showed she was sober. And when they pulled her from the wreckage, she wasn't dead. She was trying to get off the stretcher.
Anne Heche has died. Her vehicle ran off the road at a high rate of speed and collided into a house in LA last Friday.
But what's even scarier than this video of Anne struggling to get away is what happened just weeks before she died. Anne was talking to Ellen's DJ Twitch, and she warned him to watch his back. But next thing you know, just 4 months after Anne's fatal car crash, Twitch dies too. He supposedly took his own life just days before Christmas. No warning, no note, just walked from his home one morning and was found dead hours later in a nearby motel.
A source told TMZ that Twitch checked into a motel less than a mile away from his home Monday morning. They said motel staffers said that he didn't appear to be in any sort of distress and wasn't visibly upset about anything, and apparently no one heard the gunshot.
Did you see what was...
Don't you think they should do a little investigation into Ellen for that? I mean, her girlfriend, this happened. Her DJ, that happened. Oh, no, nothing. And then in 2020, we saw what happened with Ellen. It all got exposed. And then now she's in another country. She fled the country. Don't give me that crap that it's because of Trump or whatever. No. She fled the country, y'all. That deserves a little investigation, I think. If that was my son that did that, or that was my daughter that happened to, I would want some answers.
In Mexico this past week?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, one thing, Cinco de Mayo is not their Independence Day.
I saw that comment.
I'm looking better and better, guys.
Yeah, you are.
I was like, I didn't think that was Independence Day.
It was celebrating a beat the French in a battle, but they had their like military parade through the capital, Mexico City. Guess what other military presence were there? The Russians and the Chinese.
No way.
Yes.
That's not good. That's scary though.
I know.
I mean, look. I mean, hopefully we're just being friends, but there's got to be something more to it.
just be friends with
When they're marching their military through your streets.
That's like a guy that's like, he finds out like in like the 1930s, like he's like, hey, like who'd you hang out with last night? My buddy Jeremy Adolf, and wait, what? It's like what? Listen, it's just like he's not working. It's just like we're just hanging out as friends. We're just friends.
You can't just hang out
with Adolf. Those are our friends of the south border.
I know. We gotta repair our relationship with our bodies.
Can we have the president of Mexico on here? And we can just
come on.
You're not leaving until we figure it out.
Come on.
And I know y'all done had this before, right? We're supposed to be, right? The best tuna, chicken of the sea, right? If it's tuna, why do we have a mermaid on it? Now, and I would show you some videos of people talking about this, referring that the tuna is really this meat right here. But my last video that I just did with the kid that seen the cobia meat, you know what I'm saying? That got disqualified because I showed somebody else's picture. So that's why I don't show y'all videos. But if you know, you know, do your research, look up some shit, dig in. You'll be surprised what you find out. This chicken of the sea though, they say that this right here is the chicken. This right here is the tuna. This is why this right here is such a popular subject right now, because the truth shall set you free. Have a good day.
Your downfall is symbolism, right? That's one of the oldest sayings in the book. Their downfall will be their symbolism. And it's happening. Now the cat's out the bag. Now we got people performing as the devil on the Grammys, dressed up as the devil performing. So the cat's out the bag then. And what's happening to Hollywood? It's done. Why? Because we exposed them. Their symbolism. We saw it, right? Back in the 90s, we didn't because we didn't have this. We got our news from local news, from CNN. There wasn't even MSNBC back then. It was CNN and Fox News. Those are the only two news stations, and your local news. That's it. And there was never breaking news. But now, we exposed them, y'all. It's crazy, right?
Y'all, enjoy your chicken of the sea. Peace!
What the fuck is going on here? There's more coming over there. Oh my god.
I saw this driving to Arizona one day. Just miles of a train just full of military vehicles. Miles and miles and miles of it. Coming towards Texas.
Hey, I'm gonna pass this to you guys' TikTok for you guys to post it, okay? This is in Fresno, California, right here. This is what's this? Ashland and Fruit Street.
¿Cuál? Oh, el Bath and Body.
Oiga los carros, mami.
Son blindados. El Bath and Body, sí. Los sprays huelen ricos.
It keeps on going all the way down. Look at that. Look at that.
Te andábamos buscando ayer, le decía a la Isabela. Ivonne me dijo que se iba a meter y no se metió.
What do they need all this for?
Te quedaste dormido. Sí, yo le andaba diciendo.
Mira, son bien muchos. Ya acabó, mira.
Ah,
sí, pero eran bien muchos. ¿Y eso para qué? ¿Se van a ir a la guerra o qué?
¿Para qué? ¿Para hacer desayuno?
Algo traman.
¿Qué días descansa?
Tengo que levantarme, se levanta a veces a las 5:30.
Still going.
Ah.
Puede ser si no. I have no idea.
¿Y qué días descansa?
When you think you're on ground level, when you think you're safe, you're not safe, brother. Oh, we got your ass now. I love this place, you know. For my original followers, you know about this place. It's like 100-foot drop. Yeah, I love this place. Oh, you son of a bitch. And this is what Nottingham's full of. Underground tunnels, caves, the whole 9 yards, brother. Son of a bitch. Now this is why I come to think and just chill. But let me show you something. Like, remember how far I just dropped, yeah? Remember how far I've came, yeah? Watch this. I'm back out on street level, brother. Watch this. So what is really hiding underneath some of these structures? Like, what is underneath your city? Oh, we got your ass now.
You know, I always say it, like, there's a reason why your downtown is where your downtown's at. Why these big buildings, why this high energy, they put the sports arenas there, they put all the clubs, you know, the bars where there's just nightlife all in downtown is for a reason. Go walk around your downtown and just look at buildings and you see it. You see that they built on top of these buildings. You can see it. And there's a reason why your downtown's in your downtown. What is the reason? I don't know, but there's a reason for it.
Shit is a rap. I'm saying all of the musicians are broke. They tricking y'all with the words in these contracts. They tricking y'all into thinking that y'all are real partners. They tricking y'all with the, hey, you own your stuff. You don't see all these people getting laid off?
They laid off all over. They laid off like 40%,
everywhere.
right?
Everywhere.
Media
But
too.
everybody else, if you're not getting it touring, or if you're not getting it through other means, this music shit is a rap. I'm saying all of the musicians are broke. Relative to what you bring in.
Now, I do think that there is plenty of ways to make money as independents. Low overhead. It's not expensive to make these albums. You're making them at home or wherever, and you're building a reasonable fan base, and you're selling physical and merch. Not everyone is broke, but in terms of like the superstar thing, I agree with you.
But like you said, to what you're bringing in, what you getting.
And my conversation now is not really about.
It's
not really about independent acts.
Yeah, okay.
My conversation is about what's going on in the majors.
Any superstitions going into the game? Any special thing you carried into the game on Sunday that you had tucked away somewhere?
I did. I always, I've learned a lot from my wife over the years. She's so about the power of intention, and believing things that are really going to happen. And she always makes a little altar for me at the game because she just wills it so much. And so she put together a little altar for me that I could bring with pictures of my kids. And I have these little special stones and healing stones and protection stones. And she has me wear a necklace and take these drops she makes. And I say all these mantras.
Oh, laughing.
And I stopped questioning her a long time ago. I did. I just shut up and listened. And at first I was like, this is kind of crazy. And then about 4 years ago, we were playing the Seahawks, and she said, you better listen to me. This is your year, but this is all the things you're going to have to do to win. And I did all those things, and by God, it worked. It was pretty good. And then in 2015, it was about early January, and she said, you know how much I love you? And I said, yeah. And she said, I just want to let you know this is not going to be your year. Oh. And of course we lost. I said, what does 16 look like? And she said, 16 is going to be your year. So it was early January this year, and I said, babe, asking, like, do we have a chance? And she said, yeah, but you're going to have to do a lot of work, and you're really going to have to listen to me. So, man, I listened to her. And right after the game, she said, see, I did a lot of work. You do your work, I do mine. She said, you're lucky you married a witch. I'm just a good witch.